Hi, I'm here with Brick Tamlin and Paul the Apostle reporting live for GGN News. Now, before we start, folks, I just wanted to say Paul the Apostle is one of those people that once he dies, he's going to be a saint. And here we are with Mr. Tamlin and Paul the Apostle.
Thank you, Wonky. I'm here with Paul the Apostle. I'd like to ask you some questions. So, how are you able to communicate to everyone about the Word of God?
Well, at first, it was difficult to appeal to all groups because of the different approach to the Word of God.
But how is it difficult to communicate to both Jews and Gentiles?
Well, to the Jews, I became like a Jew to win over the Jews. And to those outside the law, I became like one under the law to win over those outside the law.
Interesting.
Well, how big has the church grown since my time?
Well, now Christianity makes up probably about 31.5% of the world's population. But is it true that you actually persecuted Christians before you converted and started preaching the Word of God?
Unfortunately, that's true.
What made you convert?
Well, I was on my way to Damascus when I heard from the heavens, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" Then I was blinded by a great light. I was unable to see for 3 days.
That must have been hard. How hard was that for you?
It was very frustrating for me. But it made me look back in a retrospective way and reminisce on my life. It opened me up to new ways of thinking, and I realized that He is truly God.
What were some of the struggles of early Christians?
Well, some of the struggles of early Christians were finding people who wanted to join Christianity, and also hiding from the Roman persecutors. What are some struggles faced now by modern day Christians?
Well, some major struggles faced by modern day Christians are staying faithful to their religion and also idolizing celebrities. Is it hard to reach out to people and talk to them about the Word of God?
Unfortunately, yes it is. Many people find it extremely hard to believe in the faith.
Why do you think that it's so hard for them to believe in one God instead of believing in many false gods?
Well, people usually learn their faith from their elders, and they teach them polytheism, so they grow up with a polytheistic influence. Also, this is the perfect example of why it is so difficult for people to have faith. Faith is a belief in a higher being, a being that cannot be seen. So one is unsure if they have a right belief.
Now, what are some positive experiences of spreading the gospel in your life?
Through preaching, I was able to inspire all people to follow and believe in Jesus and God. One important statement that I believe must be said here today is that when you realize that following God will lead to love and happiness in your life, then you will know the true meaning of life. What are some positive experiences in the church today?
Well, the Pope in my time is strong and shows leadership. He brings people together and he also inspires people to come to the faith and live a faithful life. Another important aspect of the church today is the fact that the church is not only a community but also a family as well. Also, the church is uniform, so that means that people in the church are not treated differently but treated the same. But how can the church today improve on communicating the gospel of the Lord, in your opinion?
I think some ways they can do that is by reaching out to all people. The modern church should try to reach out to all races and people who have lost their faith. Can you tell me what are some similarities from the church today compared to the church from my time?
Well, some similarities are both churches show a need for new followers. Both churches show strong leadership from bishops and their popes, and they are unified between their followers.
Another question. What would be some differences between the church in my time to the church today?
Well, one of the major differences from the church in your time to the church today would probably be that back in your time, you guys didn't really have the freedom of religion, and now we have the freedom to believe in whatever we want. And religion is accepted nowadays because before, in your time, the Romans were...
They could be persecuted, yeah.
Oh. And that's all for today, folks. Thank you. And thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Apostle. No problem. Have an American night, everybody.